Yeah, the conductive plastics, and probably more interesting are the conductive elastomers that have some flex to them, especially for contacts. Really interesting. We've started with ESD compliant shells with low amounts of conductivity just to eliminate any ESD problems, all the way to where we're carrying currents for sensors through plastics or through elastomers. And that there's a lot of variety out there with what is used for the conductive material inside the elastomer or the plastic, all the way from nickel to carbon fibers to nickel-coated carbon fibers. Some really high-end materials will use silver beads with really outstanding conductivity results, but the cost of those is usually too high. So what we often work with customers on is how much carbon, either fibers or powder, do we put into a resin and balance that out with the durometer. So if it needs to have some elasticity, say for a seal or even for a contact to a sensor to connect from one point to another, maybe you need a softer durometer, so in case the wearable flexes, that you're sure that elastomer stays in contact with the component you're trying to connect there. It's really an innovative way to get around using a steel lead frame that's been plated. Sometimes you have to use that. It's hard to beat a gold-plated lead frame from point A to point B. The resistance is negligible, especially for batteries and such. You're probably going to need that, but there's been a lot of developments with how to load elastomers to maybe even connect higher current carrying devices and inject those right into the shell of a wearable during the molding process. And when you get the component, you've got the seal and connector all built into one component.
No, that's great, Jeff. And there's a lot of things to think about there, and a lot of kind of design options that a lot of people don't really know are possible. So great to hear things like that from a guy like you that works a lot on the front end with all of our different customers when it comes to designing new products, product development like that. So really appreciate the insight there.